So, in this study, research looked at how well adults were able to spell words based on their linguistic awareness skills. Linguistic awareness skills refers to a person's ability to understand and manipulate language, like knowing the sounds of letters and how they come together to form words. The researcher compared different ways of scoring the spelling test to see which method was the most accurate. By doing this, they were able to see if certain scoring procedures could better measure a person's spelling ability based on their linguistic awareness. For example, one scoring procedures might give more weight to correctly spelled words that are more difficult, while another procedures might focus on the overall number of correctly spelled words, regardless of difficulty. By comparing these different scoring methods, the researcher could determine which one was the most effective in measuring spelling skills in relation to linguistic awareness. So, the overall of our study, these studies aim to understand how linguistic awareness skills are connected to spelling ability in adults and which scoring procedures could provide the most accurate assessment of this relationship. That's my report. From now on, to continue the discussion, here is Jhillianne Gemao again to present the key findings of the study.
Key findings, linguistic awareness. So, linguistic awareness is all about being able to think about and play around with language on purpose. It's really important part of learning how to read and write. This study found that having different skills in linguistic awareness is a key for adults who are pretty good at reading to be good at spelling too. So basically, if you're aware of how language works and can think about it in different ways, you're more likely to be a good speller. It's like knowing the rules of a game. The more you understand them, the better you'll be at playing.
Next one is spelling. It is a skill of correctly writing words. People who are good at spelling can focus on writing their thoughts instead of trying to remember how to spell words. The study shows that knowing how words are formed, understanding sentence structure, recognizing how words are spelled, and being aware of the sounds and words all play a role in how well someone can spell. Depending on how spelling ability is measured, these factors can affect how well adults are able to spell. The last one is adult spelling skills. In this study about adult spelling skills, researchers found that both college students and adults often make spelling mistakes in their writing. This was true for language like English and Dutch. The studies also showed that the types of spelling mistakes and how often they occurred differed between people with low literacy skills and those with average literacy skills. So basically, these studies found that adults of different literacy levels make different kinds of spelling errors when writing. In simple terms, this study looks at how knowing language rules and patterns affects how well adults can spell words. The researchers wanted to see if different ways of scoring spelling tests could give a more accurate picture of how well adults can spell. They found that understanding language rules is really important for teaching adults how to spell correctly, especially college students. This means that knowing how words are put together and following language rules can help adults spell better. To proceed with the recommendations of this study, here is Angel Lorem to discuss.
The study recommends that a study should be done to see how well people's understanding of language affects their ability to spell words correctly. The study would look at different ways of scoring tests to see which ones are the most accurate in measuring this relationship. It would also examine different aspects of language awareness, like how well people understand sounds, word structures, and grammar rules, and how these relate to spelling skills. The study will look at both written and spoken tasks and see how these skills vary depending on a person's level of education and proficiency in language. Finally, the study would evaluate how effective the scoring methods are in showing these connections and see if there are ways to improve them for better assessments of spelling abilities in adults. The study highlights how important it is for people to have different language skills in order to be better at spelling. The study shows that teaching methods should focus on things like how words are spelled and how they sound. By using these methods, people can improve their spelling skills. So basically, the study is saying that if you want to be good at spelling, you need to work on different language skills like how words are spelled and how they sound. To finally present the group's reflection, here is Joshrylle Ozral to discuss.
Group reaction. Looking back at this study, it is surprising that linguistic awareness affects spelling competency in adults. Finding emphasize how adults comprehend language affects spelling. Among the findings, differentiated scoring procedures stand out. How spelling skills are assessed can change the ratio between linguistic awareness and spelling achievement. Language proficiency leads to improved spelling, highlighting the importance of cognitive disconnection. A priori assumption linking linguistic awareness to spelling performance may not always hold true. The study can be applied to evaluation scenarios in education and various professions. Better scoring methods are needed for assessing adult literacy and language proficiency. Minor nuance in assessment procedure can significantly impact the evaluation of spelling competency. This challenge assumption that spelling is automatic or inferior metalinguistical awareness can influence spelling proficiency. That's all for our group presentation about our chosen research title. I hope you guys learned something from our discussion.